Hi, welcome back to our channel, the Explanation Pro. Today, we will explain an awesome movie called A Summer in La Galette. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. Music. The background of the film is the pending Arab-Israeli war, although this is not mentioned until the end of the film. The movie starts in La Galette, a tourist seaside resort in Tunisia, near Carthage, North Africa. Tunisia is now independent of France. The Arabs have assumed control, but other religions continue to exist and are respected. When family members are taking a nap, a small boy named Tom wakes up. He is trying to get out of the house secretly so that nobody wakes up. He reaches outside the house. Nino Firstet and Chow Chu secretly go to take another friend with him who is sleeping next to his sister. All four of them spend the day out. As this is the time of the summer holidays, they secretly visit Hatch's home, who is an old holy man. He sets off to Mecca twice, but never reached it there. Chow Chu tells that Hajay is a magician, and he had 7 wives before, but he killed and buried them. Right here in the next scene, some girls are working on a wedding dress at a town boutique owned by Madame Casanova. There, Casanova appreciated the hard work and prof section. Those 3 girls working on wedding dresses. There is a photo hanging on the wall. She was Latifa, who dies out of suicide. Some people suggest Casanova remove Latifa's photo from there. She refuses to do so by saying suicide is a sin in their religion also, but this girl committed suicide, not by choice. Casanova displays her generosity by saying whoever works there in her boutique will always remain in her heart, no matter what they are. The 3 lovely 17-year-old royal girls, they are close friends who are talking about love and intimacy. Gigi tells them her friend's boyfriend took her to a movie, and they enjoyed it in the theater itself. All of them are curious about how it feels, as they never experienced it. Miriam and Gigi think girls should experience this. Before marriage, Tina says her father will kill her if she ever did such a thing. Both of them tell her he will never find out. They go to church, where all of them ask for courage and womanhood. They want to experience pleasure within a month. As they all pray, a woman listens to them secretly as they all come back from sewing classes. Their brothers tell them the big news that Maxo Delon is back from Italy. He is the cousin of Gigi and very handsome. His family is celebrating his welcome, while the other girls are excited to see him back here. Marian's mother is preparing food as Hatch is invited for lunch. Miriam asks permission from his mother to go to the beach with her friends. The sole modern transistor radio in the village that can receive Radio Beirut is owned by the local idiot. He keeps the villagers informed of the situation, while they continue to listen to their old valve radios for local news, while playing cards, drinking, and reminiscing about the good old days. In the next scene, we see Daxo is enjoying with his friends at the beach. For once, Gigi's eyes met with Daxo's eyes. Gigi has a crush on Daxo from the beginning. Daxo also knows this. Gigi is taking it easy because Daxo has a girlfriend back in Italy. Marian's family is having dinner. In the next scene, Tate, who is Haj's assistant, also arrives at Marian's home. When they ask about how her marriage broker business is going on, she replies like it couldn't be worse. If it keeps up, she will go bankrupt. Wazilla sent a special dish for all of them. Hajj, who is an Orthodox Muslim, refuses to eat that dish. Marian's mother talks bitterly to him about his hatredness for other communities. Yusuf scolds her for being rude to Hajj. He further says her to be grateful for Hajj, as he is the owner of the house and behaves well only with them. When Hajj goes to wash their hands in the bathroom, he opens the shower room. He gets shocked to see Mariam bathing naked. He is overjoyed and cannot stand it anymore. Next, we see a couple of boys secretly watching Gigi and Tina playing with water half nakedly. Miriam serves tea to her father, Yusuf, and asks permission to go out with her friends. He agrees to it, but tells her to take her brother to Yusuf, a ticket collector in railways, goes to his friend's restaurant, where he hears people talking about Jews. They further say that Jews are incapable of being sincere. They're like double-edged swords. He lectures them about Tunisia's freedom struggle and Jews' contribution to it. He concludes it by saying it is all about patriotism, not religion. The Muslim Yusuf, the Jewish Jojo, and Giuseppe, who happens to be a Catholic, all live in a cordial and friendly way with their families in the same apartment building in a small coastal city of Les Colettes. At night, Miriam is having dinner with her friends at a restaurant. Hajan usually looks at her. Gigi tells her friends that they cannot lose their virginity if they sit like this. She further tells them we should go with any first boys we meet as they come out that City loafers ask them for a party. Those boys assure them that they have a private room at Lucia's wedding place. When these girls instantly agreed, those boys get shocked here. At Lucia's wedding, her parents happily invite everyone. The famous Claudia of Cardinal is also invited to the wedding. Since she left La Goulette at the age of 18, rumors of Claudia Cardinal's return have remained unfounded. All the gathering enjoyed delicious food, and Winehage's eyes are constantly sighting for Mary. He cannot help but look for her all time. All gathering starts to dance to the music. Hage is not getting distracted by beautiful women, as his heart is fixed on Mary. One boy comes and takes the three girls with him to a party. The boys prepare a small party in the private room. They prepare juices to which they mix liquor and offer to girls. Hatch is looking for Mary, but cannot find her. Girls are enjoying parties with new friends. They choose boys according to their wishes. Hage is looking for them in every room. As they turn off lights and start doing what they want, Hatch takes their parents and raids the room. Guys runway immediately. Fathers start abusing their daughters for their acts. All of them get beaten and warned by their parents not to step outside the house. Their fathers, Yusuf, Jojo, and Yusuf, who are old friends, start quarreling among themselves. Those three boys are hiding inside a closed metal shop. One of their friends tells them that the girl's father is looking for them to kill here. Case Tate, if he could. Yusuf's daughter is not a virgin anymore. She says she doesn't know, and we will have a way to find out. Girls are sleeping in their homes all the time, as they are missing their friends badly. Tina hates the country and wants to go away. Marian's mother wakes her up and teaches her how to wear a veil. Tate visits Gigi's home and shows her photographs of men and asks whom she likes. Hage visits Miriam's home, but her mom and dad are out of the house. He secretly looks at her dresses, and she appears cleaning the house. He goes and sits talking to her. She is very angry with him as she cannot go out because of him. He looks at her and gets attracted again. She catches his eyes and understands his desires. She asks him if he wants to drink something with his lustful eyes. He says, milk. She brings a glass full of milk and offers him. He purposefully spilled the milk on her thighs. She licks it seductively. She actively tries to turn him in her favor. While acting seductively, she asks him to talk to her father to let her complete sewing classes, and she promises she will wear the veil and also come to meet him. He agrees happily, but he suggests her to wear a veil outside the home. In the next scene, we see all three girls praying to God for resolving the disputes. Next day, when Yusuf goes to his friend's restaurant, his friend asks him to remember the older days when all of them lived happily playing soccer. Hatch calls Yusuf outside. As he wants to talk, he requests Yusuf to let his daughter visit Hatch to end the rumors and express his desire to marry her. He further assures them that he protects her like a second father. He says that all this gossip must cease. He knows how to take care of her. He will teach her about life. He will educate her. He will be her husband and a second father to her. She's happy in her first father's house. Her father's house is his house. Speaking of houses, he was offered a very good price to tear down their building and sell the land. He hasn't sold it yet. For their sake, and especially for Marian's, if God wishes to unite in matrimony, he will never mention rent again. The house will be yours. But Yusuf replies that he can't share anything right now. The TASS news agency has announced that the Soviet Minister of Foreign Affairs is in the Middle East, trying to keep war at bay after the escalation of violence in the area. Those three boys send messages to the girls drawing hearts and their names in blood. Girls are not sure whether they love them or not. Beth think that they are the ones who turn them into women. Gigi tells them about a place where they can meet the boys alone after drinking some wine. Yusuf starts missing his friends. He goes to his friends and starts talking again. The matter is resolved. The next morning is the festival.